What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So today's video is off of our normally scheduled Ironman prep videos that go live every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. The reason we're launching this video, and if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this. If you were training for Ironman Texas, you definitely already know this. And you probably already know based off the title of this video, Ironman Texas has officially been canceled. Ironman Texas was supposed to happen in the Woodlands, which is the Houston area. You know, we're in Austin, so it's about 3 hours from where we live. It's been canceled. Officially been canceled. Ironman organization has canceled Ironman Texas, and they've also been canceling a lot of other races right now going on. So we want to use this video to explain next steps going forward with this series. You know, I started training for Ironman Texas October 1st of 2020. We launched the series November 1st of 2020. It is now March 24th, 2021, the day I'm filming this. So, today marks about a month away from when Ironman Texas was supposed to happen, towards the end of April. And I've been training for 6 months now. We've been releasing videos for 5 months now, and there's been a lot of work going into the series. There's been a lot. Not just from a training perspective, like myself training for the last 6 months, but the videos you guys see, this series that you watch on a weekly basis, being filmed and edited by Tyler and Yoli, two creatives that work here at BPN. They have been working so hard on this series. They've been putting so much time, effort, dedication, commitment into this series, and I truly, truly appreciate that. So first off, I have to say, amazing work so far from Tyler and Yoli. Also have to say a big thanks to my coaches, Natasha and Jeff Cunningham. Jeff has been doing my run programming. Natasha has been the lead coach, lead trainer, and everything Ironman for the last 6 months. And a few weeks ago, we found out that Ironman Texas might not happen. So we started just looking at other options in the event that Ironman Texas wasn't going to happen. And then Texas recently lifted the mask mandate. So we just assumed after that was lifted, Ironman Texas was 100% going to happen. And then Natasha called me a few days ago telling me it's officially been canceled. The county in which Ironman Texas was supposed to happen just ended up not allowing it, and then the organization of Ironman ended up just calling it. So we had to pivot very quickly. And that's one thing we're really good at. We're really good at pivoting, adapting, and taking massive action. And this was just a testament to that. So as soon as we found out Ironman Texas was canceled, we started looking at what our other options were. Training for 6 months, documenting for this entire time, we had to find the next move. Ironman does have some full distance races coming up in the near future. However, the issue is that registration is already full. So there is a wait list for some of these races. And we didn't want to take the chances of not being able to race at all in the event that the wait list never lifted and we didn't get an opportunity to race at all. So then we started looking at some other options. And Natasha brought up the fact that she is going to be racing May 2nd along with some other athletes of hers. And that race is not a Ironman race. It is another organization called Challenge. Challenge Family Races. I've never done one of these races. I really don't know or didn't know too much about the organization itself. But Challenge is hosting a middle distance race, which is a 70.3 equivalent to a half Ironman on May 2nd 2021 in Cancun, Mexico. And after looking at all of our other options, the full distance Ironman option really wasn't available in the near future. And we didn't necessarily trust that Ironman would, I want to say, fulfill their obligations or host these races at all. We didn't want to take that chance. So I ended up signing up for Challenge Cancun, which is a middle distance race. Like I said, it's a 70.3 in Cancun, Mexico on May 2nd. So it's 1 week later than Ironman Texas was supposed to be. We made this decision very quickly because we wanted to make sure that we could sign up for this as it was still open, get a slot for Challenge Cancun, get all our flights booked, all of our hotels booked, everything coordinated. Wyatt, who works here at BPN, took care of a lot of that. So within, I want to say, 10 minutes of finding out that Ironman Texas was canceled, we were already on it looking for the next thing. And then within, I'd say maybe 2 hours tops, we had signed up for Challenge Cancun. We booked our flights. We booked our hotels. We're taking our entire creative and marketing team to Cancun, Mexico to film, document, and race Challenge Cancun on May 2nd. So that's the next steps. That's the change of plans. Ironman Texas no longer happening. Adapted. We pivoted very well and very quickly. Signed up for Challenge Cancun, and that's where the race will be. Now, training is changing a little bit, but not too much. Obviously, the distance has changed. So instead of a full, 140.6, we're now doing a 70.3. So volume of training can come down a little bit, but intensity is going to jack up. From what I know and I understand, it is almost like a completely different race. When you're talking racing for a full distance Ironman, a 140.6, you're going for longer periods of time, obviously. And heart rate is going to stay a little lower, intensity is going to stay a little bit lower. However, when you're cutting that distance in half, you're essentially racing at threshold the entire time. So we're going to be pushing bigger power, higher heart rate on the bike, and running a faster half marathon to finish off the race. So training is changing. Like I said, volume decreasing, but intensity is going to get jacked up. And we're going to build a new strategic plan to race this 70.3 in Cancun. And I'll be working with Natasha and Jeff on that. Like, for example, this morning, I had my Wednesday morning workout. Today, we were doing 1 mile repeats and 800 meter repeats. And those paces came down. So I was running, my miles at like 550. And we were running 800s between, 540 to 545. So now that we're shifting the focus from a full marathon to a half marathon, within this triathlon, we're going to be running it harder and faster. So those are some of the things that we're changing, adapting, and building a more strategic plan going into the 70.3. But I wanted to make this official announcement to let you guys know that the race that we've been training for the last 6 months has officially been canceled. Challenge Cancun is what we're going to be working towards. It's coming up here quickly. We're about 5 weeks out from that race. And we're going to hit it hard. We're gonna finish off this training block very hard, and we're going to race as fast and as hard as possible. The next 2 videos that we will be posting will still be part of the Ironman prep series because they were filmed and documented while I was still in the full Ironman prep. And then after those 2 videos are up, that will be the shift into Challenge Cancun prep. So this weekend we're heading into Fredericksburg, Texas to do a training camp, some big cycling rides, some big runs. and we're putting a lot of distance in this weekend. So that's where we're at. That's where we're heading. Adapt, overcome, and take massive, massive action. So go one more.